Let's try all of Miss Vickie's flavors with Miss Vickie's.
Yeah, well, you have to remember, I did not create these flavors. I sold the business.
Who bought it?
Pepsi Cola.
Did you try them before?
I have not.
Sweet and spicy ketchup. I don't like ketchup. You don't like ketchup either, right? But how does it taste though? Like the seasoning of the ketchup? Because I don't mind seasoned ketchup.
It tastes sweet and it tastes spicy.
As the packet says.
It should say sweet and spicy and salty.
It's a bit salty.
That's what I taste.
Anything else you want to say about sweet and spicy ketchup?
No.
You're not a fan of ketchup, eh? All dressed.
All dressed up and nowhere to go. Oh, we have some money chips. Some of my customers used to write to me and say, oh, thanks for the money chip. And it's curled like that.
Ooh, that's like extra flavor and crunch though, right there. Everything gets stuck inside.
Extra cute.
I don't know, like what really is all dressed? What's in it?
In a hot dog, all dressed is mustard, relish, onion, and cabbage. I just came from Montreal, so we had some steam A's that were all dressed.
Is this better than ketchup?
It's more subtle.
Sour cream and caramelized onions. Honestly, I don't even eat a lot of these. I only eat the jalapeno one, so this is my first time as well.
Well, let's get your opinion. Don't put me on the spot. Like a wine, you have to
you gotta smell it
first.
Oh, that onion.
Well, I do like onion and sour cream.
I don't really get the caramelized flavor. I just get sour cream and onion.
We're not talking gourmet kitchen. We're talking snack food.
They try to be gourmet here. Jalapeno, my go-to. This is the only one I really eat. This is also something that you initially started with Mr. Vicky, right?
Yes, it was our jalapeno because it had jalapeno and garlic. Just couldn't find all the natural ingredients that I wanted for the flavor.
If only we were able to taste the original Mr. Vicky.
I know, I've met people who say, oh, Mr. Vickie's, oh, it was my favorite. I can feel the heat of this one in the back of my throat. So there's some jalapeno in there.
But it's not the same as Mr. Vicky, is it?
No, no.
Ah, I gotta try that one.
We sold the company, we sold the recipe for Mr. Vickie's.
Original recipe. Back in the day, you only had original, no salt, and Mr. Vicky. So I guess this is the closest thing to the sea salt version, I guess.
My name's signed on here, so it's probably my recipe.
You tell me, is this your recipe?
I always used peanut oil. And I used Crystal's sea salt.
Sweet chili and sour cream.
And this batch, did you notice the difference in the texture? These are harder.
Yeah. I don't taste the sour cream.
Because what your tongue picks up is the salt. I'm going to have to take a pill for all this grease.
Honey Dijon.
Another $1 million.
Ah, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of Dijon. That's actually not bad. I like mustard. I don't really taste the honey though.
As the package says, honey Dijon. When you see this on a potato chip, there's nothing wrong with it. It just means the potatoes have been in storage for a long time, and the weight of the pile of potatoes creates a little white spot, which will fall out during processing.
Lime and black pepper.
That's really going out there. I try to smell them because my nose is involved in tasting usually.
I do the same thing.
I like pepper.
I got a bit of the citrus into it. I like the lime. It's almost a bit refreshing with the lime, you know?
Yeah.
It just lightens it up. So back in the day, apart from Mr. Vickie's, did you ever think about making some other types of flavors?
Oh yeah, I was working on it all the time, but I couldn't find natural ingredients. That was the problem.
Which ones were you hoping to get into the market?
My favorite was always salt and vinegar. So that was a little bit different.
Okay, so we have that. Let's see what that tastes like. Salt and vinegar. So this is something that you were working on back in the day, but you never made it to market?
Well, they used malt. Vinegar here is a very British thing. I tried it with all different kinds of vinegar.
And what was the issue?
The flavor houses would bring me samples. I couldn't get the taste to be right.
So like, what were you looking for? So
like
what kind of flavor?
White vinegar.
White vinegar flavor. Spicy dill pickle. That's not bad.
Taste the dill.
It's almost like the... God, what did we just have?
Don't taste the same, you mean?
I know, right? At the end of this is all tasting the same. Like, we need to refresh our palates with some water.
A little bit of lemon sorbet in between bags.
So this basically tasted like the salt and vinegar with a bit of dill.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I used to grow dill in my garden and make my own pickles back on the farm.
So other than salt and vinegar, which other flavors were you thinking of?
So I wanted a barbecue.
Oh, what, do they have one here? I didn't buy the barbecue one. All right, so they have this one in the States, I guess. All right, so this is for those who aren't able to have too much sodium in their diet. Okay, so this is what you originally made back in the day.
Well, let's see what's in it. I would probably recommend to heat them up first because when they come out of the kettle, it tastes good.
Give our palates a bit of a wash so we don't have any salt.
You probably don't want a lot of salt.
Well,
bad for the blood pressure.
So this is one of the ones that you used to eat a lot back in the day, right?
30% of our sales was no salt. The flavor is different because of the cooking oil. I mean, there's some of the skin left on. I'm pretty sure that they're scraped.
Yeah, there's not too much skin, but the ones that we made without washing it and with the skin on, you taste a lot of that. A lot of that potato flavor. Oof. Well, okay, they're bland because there's no salt, but there's not too much potato flavor, you know? It needs to be stronger. If you had to choose one of your favorites, what would you do?
I'd probably take a no salt. When you're seasoning, say in a commercial processing plant, your salt is like a powder. It's not like little sprinkles like what I used to do. I used to sprinkle sea salt lightly on the chips when they came out of the kettle. This is a different process. And so the salt covers the whole chip. So you're like getting a lot of this powdered salt. What I remember about the powdered salt is that it needed to have an anti-caking agent put into it so that it would flow easily over the product that was on the line. I'm not sure what they use now. But I could eat these without being offended.
It's some non-offensive chips. We got it.